Italy is 2-2. Great Britain is 3-2. I'm gonna pick Great Britain, chat. I'm voting for Great Britain, but I'm rooting for a good game. There's no such thing as a J3 curse. Come on, Great Britain. Come on, Great Britain.
That would be absolutely wild. I mean, they could definitely get away with it. If this, I mean, again, like we always say, never trust the attacker spawn, never trust the spawn doors on control.
Madix, appreciate the massive prime as well.
What Great Britain is showing now is any indicator. I kind of like it. You know, maybe we're gonna have Maymon swap over to like a Genji, and we're just gonna play like a full dive composition here. We'll have to see. I don't think the Bastion from Italy is going to stick, but this would just be an awful composition for Jikaru to try and play a Winston into. A Bastion Reaper, the quick play nightmare. Every like so-called free thinkers when there's a Winston. Now they're actually going to swap it over to the May Rush that I would have expected to see from Great Britain.
Yeah, no May Rush from Great Britain's side, and Kai already trying to dish out the DPS onto the Reinhardt, and the Reinhardt also an interesting tick here as well, absorbing a lot of that damage.
Great Britain is not going to lose, trust.
From the railgun that Kai is using, but now looking like first point might be turning over towards Italy's side. Most of their players just all corralled on this bridge, while Great Britain is a little bit more split.
I mean, they're not really giving Kai an angle to find much of anything so far, which is great because if he
the
clicks
World
ahead,
Cup lasts all the way into BlizzCon, November.
I mean,
BlizzCon's in November, right, chat? 3rd and 4th?
Angles, but they haven't found like a death poke yet. Something that can just take a life.
But this is the last week. This is the last weekend of qualifiers, online qualifiers.
So far as well. They have
then there's going to be a break, and then there's the top 16. Then there's going to be a break, and then it's going to be the World Cup.
But instead, it's kind of just dancing around.
Pack a punch. Appreciate massive 2 months.
Now with the Amp Matrix from Freyu, that should do enough. Nope, Maymon unfortunately only takes down the Immortality Field. Italy staying alive for a second longer, but a big biotic nade from Backbone is going to allow Maymon to capitalize so heavily and take down the back line of Italy. Now with only Kate Comey left over, going to have to go down.
It's a very slow burn, but eventually the burns do start to come through, and Great Britain will flip it.
Nepties, appreciate it.
I mean, and that was just like one kind of elongated fight with like staggers, pushing and pulling. Nobody really finding much of anything.
Jay, if you answer me, I could suck your feet.
You know, you take that if you're Italy. They really only have to get like one good fight here, and then they can bring this up into the 90s potentially. And I'm looking at Yukino with that Death Blossom that's going to be coming up to try and be the difference maker. If they can lead out the resources from Great Britain, get a good Death Blossom, they might be able to flip it back.
The Immortality Field came out so early because of that anti-nade that Backbone landed.
Wait, why is he going off the map? Okay, that's fine, whatever. He was losing the map. He was losing anyways. At least he got a pick.
But Great Britain, they hold on to that point.
Jikaru with a little wave.
He said nice shot. Nice shot.
Great stuff there, but I mean, okay, you got the Nano and the Primal out. That's a great hold from Great Britain though. Kai's got the power slide's gonna be back fast. Italy want to try and go in before that window closes. They have a lot of ults to do it. Once again, Yukino has the Death Blossom. Is there going to be a good opportunity for it?
Yukino always being the target of these anti-nades, but they're going to go ahead, drop that beat, and the Death Blossom does come through, but the beat from Funny Astro is dropped very quickly as well. Jikaru taking quite a bit of damage, however, on the other side and separated from Backbone for a second, but going to go ahead to get that healed up. Yukino still on objective, looking to back out into that Amp Matrix, get that little
I have no idea how long the break is till the top 16.
Avoid so much of it. That Amp Matrix finds the value that it needed, though, finds the tank, and now without Jikaru,
no, Italy needs a flip. There you go.
That they can put a lot of that damage through. Point is flipped over to Italy's side, but Funny Astro still wanting more and finding both Chimera and Freyu.
They brought it back and flipped it back, bro.
Hanzo is going to flip that point right
Where's
back.
the top 16 being held? I have no idea, chat.
Blossom, just a solo Blossom Kai. Kai dies on the Sojourn, comes back on the Hanzo, just finds a Storm Arrow pick onto the enemy Reinhardt.
Appreciate it.
Suddenly, there's no sustainability for Italy. The rest of Great Britain can just come in, collapse, flip the point back. 5% left to go. Is there going to be a touch here? Italy do get the overtime, but Chimera's Ice Block forced early.
Yeah, Ice Block now out very quickly, and it's stuck by
Damn.
Maymon. Nothing for Chimera to do, and they go down with the Blizzard in hand, the only ultimate that Italy had at their disposal. Now Jikaru hopping onto Kate Comey, and the rest of the squad falling to Kai's Hanzo.
I think that's game.
Again,
that's round one. Chat.
From
I don't know, bro. Like, you guys are saying you're well informed,
Blizzard
bro. It says right here. Look.
Of Chimera, and I feel like that was just really the nail in the coffin. That pick from Maymon with the pulse bomb.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
In
the ice
June,
block getting
World Cup
forced early, once the
qualifiers,
pulse bomb
36
comes out,
countries
you don't have anything
and
to
regional
defend
teams
against it.
compete in
It's just
6
all the pressure
regional
that
qualifiers.
Italy has to
Top
withstand
16
just to
teams
get
advance
to
to the
the point in
Overwatch
that
World
overtime
Cup
situation,
group
and Great
stage.
Britain know it. I mean,
Fall
it was kind of the way that
2023.
Memo
I
was
don't know
playing
when the
whole
fuck that
time, was
is.
just trying to go
Top
in for those
16
pokes and
countries and
prods
regional
until
teams compete in a
finally an
land
opportunity strikes,
round
and then
robin
you
group
strike
stage.
hard
Top
right on
team,
top of
top
it. That's
8
exactly
advance.
what he does.
Top 8
Takes
is
down Chimera.
BlizzCon.
Chimera had the Blizzard,
I
by
don't know where
way,
the top
so,
16
I mean, that
games
ended up
are.
being the most
2
valuable
months,
pick they
8
could have
months,
gotten, because
28 months. I
having
don't
that
know.
Blizzard on point definitely would
It's
have
in the
zoned
fall.
things out a little bit better, made it a little bit more favorable for Italy.
2
but with that
chains.
off
Appreciate the
the
massive
table,
7 months.
They just have nothing. They're gonna stick
No,
with the May
top
Rush here.
8
They're
is
swapping over
BlizzCon.
to the Moira variant of it,
Top
though.
16 is not
So
BlizzCon.
they're gonna try and play a little bit more fast-paced here. Try and take some fights on the point, which is just as well because Great Britain are gonna jump on top of them.
Top 16's not BlizzCon.
Yeah,
Top
going
8!
to go look for that first touch while Italy drops down into the little room looking for that early touch once again while Great Britain is spread out around the objective instead. Maymon getting a little bit of damage from far away. Now the wall going to zone off the long angle that Kai is trying to play across from objective. However,
Yo, how you
Rayshon
doing?
getting down very, very low. They still have that Moira in the
Oh,
room with
God.
them, and the Fade gives the little bit of extra survivability they didn't have with the BAP, but there's no immortality field
Icon,
here.
please do
If
massive Prime
anything
sub.
goes sideways.
I'll
Kai
check it out
now
after this chat.
finding Yukino and Chimera also falling as well. Once again, the DPS line from Italy. It's the infamous Italian spaghetti drop here happening for first capture.
The
Fish meat
Italian
barrel,
spaghetti
fish meat
drop?
Kai shoots them all in the barrel there, and it's like, you know, Italy, they're playing from in there. They don't have the Baptiste with the immortality field, so they can't really like poke themselves out too far to contest the point. Kai can just rain in damage from wherever to mop up on all the
Bro,
clean
come
damage
on,
that
Italy.
Karu's got going on. You got Backbone that can keep poking and prodding from afar with the rifle there. And now suddenly Great Britain have all the ults they can possibly want to hold this out. Italy are gonna have a shatter, but realistically, you're gonna have to like solo shatter a backliner here.
Ooh, yeah, there's the stick once again onto Chimera, and Chimera cannot escape what Maymon is bringing to the table here. But now the Coalescence, okay, they just let go of that point for free. Yukino with the teleport onto the point, and then there was just nothing to be done. JKR tried to come back and contest, but Primal Rage has already gone out from Great Britain's side, and they're just going to allow this point to go over. Still contesting, however, and Backbone now with a huge pick. Once again, that bio nade doing so much for Great Britain's side. I feel like Backbone is bringing so much value with the amount of cooldowns that they're forcing out, both the Wraith and the Ice Block, using that one piece of utility.
And that 19% that Italy got there, though, that's not the most substantial, but it's definitely going to be annoying for Great Britain. I mean, they still have full support ultimates, so they can try and make something. Huge nade from Backbone. I don't think the follow-up's going to be there, though. Italy going for a shatter play onto, I think it was just onto Kai.
What the fuck was the Italy? What are you guys doing?
He's slippery,
Okay,
though.
he got it. He got it. He got it eventually, because it would have been incredibly depressing.
Ain't no way. I would have said the same thing if I just got
Honestly, me
chased
too.
down.
Ain't nor
I
way,
got
bro.
solo shattered and then chased down by a Reinhardt with the Kate Comey right next to it with the speed boost. It's like, where are you going? But Yukimo is going to pay for the sins of his take, and John eventually will have payback from J3 for the play that they just made against the Hanzo. Now OT being activated by Chimera, who switched onto the Tracer, but it is so unfortunate.
You know,
Hello, how are
Great
you?
Britain's still looking
I am
as
doing
advertised, still
fantastic.
looking
How about
as
yourself?
dominant as we kind of expect
We're the
them to
winners,
be
bro.
in
We're
this
walking around
series.
ballers.
Italy
I want to
still
congratulate
has
on the
some
news as
chances
well. I
to
saw your
kind of
big
what
post
you
the
did.
other day.
Ah,
another
thank you,
spanner
thank
into
you.
the works. We're gonna take it to
Oh,
one
yeah.
point Gibraltar. So
Favorable
Team
for
UK
Italy.
though,
Obviously,
we're good.
never trust
We clear here.
attackers in attacker spawn. And they
Who,
switch
Great-
over
Great Britain?
on, just like
Hell yeah.
basically
We clear,
what
we clear.
expected.
Yeah, I
But
think
I'm
they're
not
gonna
sure
win.
if
They're looking
Yukino
really
will be
strong right now.
staying
It's 1-0.
with this Echo, because Echo without the Mercy Pocket playable, but it definitely is more difficult.
I think
especially
3 players
since
are playing
you
on
have Kai,
Ping.
not technically a hit
But
scan, so
shouldn't matter.
it's not as
Or,
hard of a counter. But if Kai does decide
Great
to switch
Britain.
on
Great
to an
Britain?
Ashe or Widow,
Yeah,
it could be more
Astro
difficult as well.
and
I
Kai,
like
I'm
that
pretty
early
sure are in
nade play from
LA.
Backbone, because I go for the
Then
same play
Backbone,
literally
I'm
every
not
time
sure
I
where
play
he
this
is
map.
at the
If
moment.
anyone runs into ranked, you've already got me scouted. Just watch how Backbone plays. It's pretty much that. Trust me. They shut down the early teleport play from Italy, and now Italy have to try and find a way in. They're just gonna go for a
my
good raw dive there. Great damage there onto Backbone.
Nah,
though.
Echo does too
Backbone
much
going
damage.
down pretty early, and
no
it's
appeal?
going to be a long walk back from spawn for this Ana. And they're not contesting the objective as much
Diamond
either, just kind of
doggy.
allowing
Appreciate
I'm
that
surprised
for
we
4
didn't see
months.
Echo
Drop
and
it.
Solo
Appreciate that for
Kill.
Prime
The
sub.
hero is
thus
so
far,
good.
mostly contesting this high ground.
With the
And
buff change.
They have to try
And
and
where,
contest the high ground
NA?
here. Great Britain, they're gonna
Just
be on
in
the
solo
back
queue,
foot
yeah,
just a little bit,
and,
but
like,
wait for
yeah,
backbone to come
I don't
back.
even I don't know how to play
Jakaru
Echo
doesn't
in
have enough
a high
health
level.
to really be all that
I
competitive
don't even
right
play
now,
Pharah.
but Maimone does and is going to contest Chimera quite effectively, and suddenly, yeah, Great Britain, they can just walk right back up to this more forward high ground and pressure Italy back.
Yeah, Chimera really can't catch a break at all from Maimone specifically, just always at their back and finding some way to harass them out of the
Jaws
fight, make them
Cast is with
retreat,
me.
or
He's
just
an
completely
Overwatch
send
League
them back to
caster.
the spawn room. Maimone already building up to a pulse bomb. Chimera only
they just
at
can't find
60%. So it's definitely a huge gap between these tracers that we see right now. And looking for the stick onto the Ana, there's nothing to be done.
Wow,
Keikomi
the
looking to go
Welsh
down
players,
as
actually.
well. Almost dies for it, but it's a melee to finish things off. While the rest of the squad is
Are you
very
missing,
focused on
casting?
this tank that is just jumping
yeah,
onto
a little
them.
bit, actually.
Ray John does go down, and Jakaru
It's weird.
is
It's
able to
it's
protect
definitely a
the rest
career
of the
that
squad
I
and
want to
their
do every day, but I
backline
can't.
very
Which kinda
effectively.
sucks.
Great Britain is
And
stopping
then we have a
and
couple of weeks
stalling out
break
this
still,
push
so
again.
I'm just...
If Katakomi
I'm
hadn't
not
had
bored
the
out of my
shield,
mind,
that
but
would've
like,
been a
fuck,
2
man,
for
I want to
pulse
do my
bomb
job
there
so
from
bad.
Maimone. That's a phenomenal
call
play.
so
That's
fucking
very
bad.
Can
good.
Overwatch League
Like,
casters
going for
not
those supports like that,
cast,
being able to inevitably
this?
get them both, that's all you can really ask for the Tracer. He
well,
wants more. Going into
yes, we
Italy's
can,
zone to
like,
try and find
but
another pick,
a lot of us
it's
weren't
not
asked.
going to show itself. It's a very
Okay,
scrappy
I'm guessing
fight
they
in
want
both
like
directions.
other
Italy
talent
have the
to come in
opportunity to
and
open up with a pick.
showcase
You know
some
who's
their
playing
skills.
here? And a
Yeah,
couple
probably,
more
yeah.
try and force
I mean,
his
maybe
way
we'll get
through.
asked
Defender spawn advantage
for like
is in,
the
full
big
effect
events
with
at the
where
very
the
end,
card
you
is
know,
right
the
now,
the
so
finals
they
and shit
have
like
to try
that.
and make
Maybe
this swift.
we'll have to wait and see.
Primal
Not sure,
for
though.
both of these Winstons, but the DPS ultimates just aren't present. Now with the rally and nano boost onto Ray
I love watching
it's
Monkey
going
do
to
negative
allow Italy
damage
to try and
against
go a
a
little
rally
bit further
brig.
forward, but now Jakaru is getting so
Jakaru.
harassed by this nanoed Winston. Nothing to be
No,
done
I'm-
there as the tank goes down.
I
and
want a
Great
good
Britain's
game, man.
squad, they
I
are
don't want to see any more
struggling to find
2-0s, bro. So I'm
something
gonna go
else,
for
something
Italy
more.
this game.
The supports
Italy?
left over on the
Okay.
objective.
I think Great Britain's gonna win, but like I've been cheering for all the underdogs lately.
For a few more seconds, but
I can respect
Backbone
that. I mean,
just cannot
with
escape
Iceland
the
winning,
rival
you know,
rage.
everything's possible.
That
Jakaru
was
has
a-
primal
I loved
rage
that
now.
game. That was crazy.
Came within like an inch
Literally-
of trying to
literally
use it
had
in
me
the last
jumping.
fight, but fell a little bit too short. You know, flew too close to the sun. Rajon finding another
that
pickup
should be
onto
first.
Maimone. Italy is not out of this. They might be able to force
Jakaru,
this through. They
Monkey
just have to
God.
melt the health bar down of Jakaru, but that's pretty much it. I mean, the supports are back. Actually, the bomb
They
comes
C9!
out.
He jumped off the point! The
Holy
Mace C9!
They
I think he
C9'd
thought
that
Astro
point
was
just
on the
slightly,
point.
and now
Wow,
we
that
have
sucks.
another 3
Oh,
minutes for them to get over this.
No
the DPS do come
way,
and clean
dude.
up and hold this point
I'll be
right
flaming
at
the
the
fuck out of Astro,
objective,
not gonna lie.
but it's not going to allow them to get any further.
Funny
The
Astro said
spirit of the London
C9
Spitfire
sad
lives on
face.
through this team. That's another
Oh,
C9.
fuck.
Shout out to their parent org. I mean,
Mr.
they're gonna hold
Hathaway.
forward because they can, but I mean, like, you definitely didn't want that. You wanted to try and bleed off some more time before we went into the hangar phase here. They also lost Kai, so they're not going to be able to hold as much pressure. Italy going to take down Jakaru.
Hampter, appreciate the
Now
massive
they
prime
can
sub as
take
well.
the shuttle and pressure Great Britain back off the high ground. They're starting to threaten to build up that snowball that can get them all the way through hangar phase here.
Yeah, Italy is already in very
It's
good
actually kind of cool to see
position, have
Backbone on
lots of
support
control
too.
over
He
this
plays
high ground.
DPS
It's
in
just
Overwatch League
very
for
small
London
door
Spitfire,
that they can
and he
use
played a
to
little
try
bit of
and
support for
contest it. It seems like
for the-
Maimone
for like a
has
short
broken
while, but-
through, though. The pulse bomb goes through, Frey
Yeah.
goes
Crazy.
down,
A lot of
and
people
Bunny
are-
Astro is
Yeah.
traded for it. A support
There's been a lot of
and the rally
teams
now
that
from
have been having
Keikomi to
like
keep
their
them
tank
alive
players
in
or
the
DPS
absence
players
of
flexing
their
to
Ana.
other
It's going
roles.
to allow for that sustain
Yeah.
for Great Britain,
It's pretty cool to
and it's going
see.
to hold Great Britain at bay for a second
Backbone's
there,
really
but
good.
now Jakaru
Like,
dropping
overall,
down
yeah.
while
Like, his
Rajon
best heroes, though,
harasses the
is
DPS.
May, I'd
It's
say.
going to be Funny Astro.
Oh, really?
being
And he's not even
here.
playing May
While
for his
the Primal
team.
Rage is popped from Rajon.
Yeah, I mean,
some
Kai
maps,
is
I think.
just a
all
hit
of the
scan
damage
god,
and all of
so
the control. The sleep momentarily
you want him
slows
permanently in.
down the Winston, but it's going to be the Blizzard
Oh, you
that
can't kill
completely
him.
stops them in
Yeah,
their
don't you
tracks.
li-
Funny Astro doesn't
Don't
really
you
have
love
a lot
that?
of places to go. Yukino going
Nice,
to
but
finish
they
things off with an
capped.
icicle to the dome of the Jakaru. Kai being the only one to find a pick before falling.
Chimera is
And, like,
popping
everything
too.
for Great Britain right now is
Yeah.
just thrown into desperation.
This is a good
Italy
time,
is
like,
just
2-3
pushing the
minutes on
advantage.
Lost
Like I said,
Gibraltar, not
once they
bad.
control that
What do
high
you
ground,
think
they
of
can
the
just
new
keep building up
Gibraltar?
the snowball.
I
and
like it.
does
I
push them
actually
through the
prefer this
treacherous
Gibraltar
hangar
over the
phase
other
now.
one. I
They're-
saw a lot
they're
of players
golden.
who
Like,
are not
if they
used
can
to
get
it
the
in the
card
World
and get a
Cup
full
trying to
cap
use
here,
the old
that would be
spawns or
all the
run
better,
to
but
it
they're
when
still
they're
in a
Oh,
when they're in
yeah.
trouble and they
But
die.
realistically win
The
this
doors are
match,
not
you
they're not open.
That's tragic. I have done that once. I did it the other day. I completely forgot that the doors didn't exist.
But I mean, you have enough time.
That's pretty funny.
Way minutes, you can bleed a couple out, build it to one big one.
Yeah, I like this map though. I like all the changes they did.
Italy
just
once again
infinitely
looking
better.
to take control of the high ground. They have these 4 ultimates for Great Britain, all 5 ultimates. They could all just smash Q here. J3 though getting the jump on Yukino without that Mei to slow down the dive. It's going to be difficult. They also have an anti-health already on Keikomi, and Keikomi's getting shredded. There is nothing to be done by the Brigitte, and the rest of the squad is going to have to back off into their spawn room. Great Britain, they've been able to stall off basically a little bit of a minute.
I did say Italy needed to bleed a few ults out of Great Britain, but Great Britain had the tourniquet. They're not bleeding whatsoever. Italy's blood,
you think Great Britain loses?
All over the floor, being spilled constantly.
We've seen crazier things, I'm going to be honest.
True. 5
they have rally.
4.
They
have rally, it's all good.
And I mean, now it's getting
everything's
to a point
winnable
where,
if you have rally.
Italy have to force an investment from Great Britain somehow. They're gonna go ahead and
that would have been massive if you got that on the brig.
Although they do ruin this nano from
they're still
Italy.
alive. Italy hasn't really gotten a whole lot for their
the
money
monkey
yet.
did nothing.
Oh, Freyu
and then
just alive in a nick of time. The anti-health was there. Kai looking
rally
for the
rally,
high ground,
and you're on
now
last,
has
and you
the
still have Bob and
back
Nano.
pocket. The rally
This
coming,
is
gets
too good
through,
for VK,
and
honestly.
Keikomi rounding the corner. J3 looking to dive the supports heavily, but they're able to disengage and kite back so quickly and
it's not a J3 pulse, come on.
Kai now locked into the 1v1 Ashe with Yukino, but just having that Bob in the back pocket, and the Nano from Backbone is available as well. Maimon is looking for some way to get onto their backline, but Rajan is just marking the Tracer, making sure that there is no way for Maimon to harass.
I'm surprised he left clicks without
Kai
like
also
scoping
getting a
in.
bit of damage on with the dynamite. And
Yeah, I'm not. I trust Kai over myself when it comes to damage ranges, but
that Tracer might be looking for the dive. Yukino is going to knock Funny Astro off the high ground, and it leaves Backbone pretty much defenseless. Backbone has to hop back down, regroup with the team, but on the other side, the Primal Rage has been popped by Rajan, and it's just shredding this DPS.
Wait a minute, Great Britain's down 3.
Wait, Rajan finds 2 with that Primal Rage. I don't know how, but he just does. Chimera gonna
and they have Bob.
Jikaru,
Italy have Bob as well. Kai jumps to Widow, his best hero.
In that fight, have flipped it. They're
He's gonna kill
cap
3 here.
And Great Britain, like, they don't have any ults to stall this out anymore. Maimon's gonna come up on a pulse bomb, and that is
JK,
it. Italy
Bob.
can maybe force this through if they build up to the Nano, but they need to keep Rajan alive.
Wait,
C9.
they didn't even
C9.
touch.
Okay. They also need to stay on the card.
C9.
Bro.
C9 again.
And they had Bob in 1%.
Karma.
Oh,
Alright, yeah, that's about the best way that you can possibly
There's been
put it. A
so
C9
many
for a C9.
C9s, dude, in the World Cup.
Italy had a chance to keep
that's
pushing
so
that forward. Like I
rough.
said, if they had kept Rajan alive, they could have, built up that nano boost, put the nano onto the Winston, forced that through, maybe tried to build up to some more ultimates using all the space that gets created off of that. If they take down Funny Astro before he's able to build up to a rally, like, you're good, you're golden.
What are they doing?
You also have to contest the payload, and that's a really difficult concept for even the top level players to grasp sometimes. You need your payload princess, and Italy's payload princess was in another castle this time around, so that's where the cart stops. That's still a pretty solid
Good push,
a
Jay.
very
Shut up.
realistic
It
win
could have
condition
been
for them,
better.
as long as they're able to continue that kind of momentum. A lot of the big plays that came out from Rajan and from Chimera that were enabling that snowball to keep on going.
Yeah, they were really good at forcing the tempo, especially in the hangar phase towards the high ground, and they just kept on pushing forward.
Freyu's
the
been around
momentum that they had already
forever.
built. Freyu's struggling a little bit to get on top of this high ground, which is just
how long has he been playing? I think this is my first time seeing him.
He got there, and Great Britain, on the other hand, they're sticking to their guns.
Oh damn, he's an OG.
Sometimes it takes a couple jumps. I've been there, Freyu. I understand that sometimes that jump for the Ana, not the most favorable. You got to hit it.
Has he been on the World Cup team for Italy for every year?
Oh, they are going to go for the same
I think he was on it once before.
Saw Maimon make the swap there. Another early nade. Kai.
29. He was
really
on
have
it 2019.
Yeah, they're trying to dislodge Italy.
2019,
Jump goes there from J3.
Yeah, I've just seen that name.
Italy back just a little bit.
Every time he's
now
at
Kai
E
has the
tournaments,
angle
like,
he wants.
he's always in.
Yeah, Kai spots Chimera, knows that they at least don't have the Tracer on the backline just yet.
Yeah, I have no idea about any of the EU players unless they play on NA.
And the cooldown gone, but
they're
not
like
able to find a take
very
either
hyping.
way. Funny Astro, however, does get the anti-nade, the biotic,
out
of the way and is able to survive without much of a hitch. J3, however, is
against Astro's Genji yesterday.
Watching Rajan go for the dive on the backline on the DPS.
Damn, bro, I haven't played Overwatch in a week and a half.
Italy's team.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Italy's still
so
holding
when
strong
I
here despite
go
losing
back,
Yukino.
it'll
They're
be
gonna
like
be
2
able
weeks
to,
I haven't played, so that's gonna be fun.
Yukino's gonna be able to come back and hold that farther back high ground where
I'll
once the
lose
car kind
everything.
of rounds the corner past car
you'll
wash,
be fine.
can be more of a threat as well.
If you haven't played in 2 weeks,
can't
like
leave
top 100 's
Kai
not out,
unchecked
so
on the high ground.
you can just
Sooner or
blame
later,
it.
those
Oh, I
Hanzos
think top
are
500's
going
out.
to find ahead, and
Yeah, but
they're like,
since
there we
you've,
go.
played.
There's Yukino.
Not
Gonna
true.
go and fall again, courtesy of
So you
Kai.
just blame it on
They
that.
have to try and contest him.
Yeah, Kai is just giving
dropped
free
a hella
reign
rank.
over these top angles, and now with the
How does it feel not playing Overwatch for 2 weeks? Bro, I feel like I'm happier.
Immediately,
Oh, that's so
though,
clutch.
okay, that was a huge nano from Freyu to keep Rajon up,
Rajon's
and
pretty good.
JKR gets shredded by the Tesla cannon. Nowhere for Unfunny Astro to go either, but will be forced to jump back after the anti-health is gone through. Maimon going to regroup with the rest of the squad, taking a lot of damage, and with the pulse bomb in his pocket.
Oh, what?
And Nano onto Regio,
What
not
the
a second
fuck?
too late, but
how does
probably
he
gonna
die
use
there?
another
What?
bailout there. Kai gonna go ahead and
Must have
melt
got
the
headshot by
monkey
Kai or
down,
something.
and suddenly Italy, they have to play a little bit further back. They have some room to work with the spawn advantage, but
okay, you just
if they
lose
lose
first.
anybody else, this should
Wow,
be Great
that
Britain
sucks.
capping.
Yeah, that actually does suck. What the hell?
Backbone in tandem. They're
he missed
able to
sleep.
take down both of the DPSs, and now without the damage that Italy can dish out, Jkaru getting very
gonna hit him
low,
with it.
but
they're in the corner. I'm surprised he didn't do it there.
Also available
Yeah, I'm
here.
sur-
The anti-health
what the
does
fuck?
come
Rachel
through.
dies
Nothing
again.
to cleanse it away, but
This pressure's
Kai
crazy,
is still
actually.
pressing forward.
Guess they don't have to
get
use
Rajon
anything.
Down.
Free card
Jkaru
push.
looking for the hanger phase and the high ground to keep that momentum going, and with the
Oh,
Tesla
fuck me,
cannon,
look
is
at
going to
that.
try to keep them at bay in this door and not allow them to
Okay,
get the choke.
backbone, big name.
And now you can
coming
see the
up.
position Backbone wants to take, where you can hit big nades on the people coming in.
Take
on
care,
route.
Jake.
There's
I hope you have a
there's
great
one.
day, my friend. Appreciate
Everyone
it.
kind of backed off there. The jump wasn't quite there. Big sleep from Freyu. Backbone's vulnerable.
Astro
Yeah, but
is
Backbone,
fighting
no
for his fucking
capitalization
life.
on that
He
sleep.
double
The
booped
primal
Winston
rage
twice
from
off.
Rajon is going to come through. Both of the rallies
Oh,
on the
Rajon,
Reds
come
are
on.
looking to sustain this squad with a
Yeah,
giant shield
rally.
as well.
Nanos.
And both nanos now available. Jkaru, however, still
How do you
has
say your
that
name?
primal rage. The nano
You might have
comes
to nano
onto
break.
Rajon, looking
Left,
for
right,
that to
novel?
respond to the
Usually might have
backline.
prime sub.
Funny Astro is going to get a nano just in order to stay alive, and the anti-health onto Jkaru does so much damage, and Rajon goes
good.
down.
Nano cookies, we're
Backbone
good.
with
Oh,
finisher.
fuck me, look
now
at that.
looking for the high ground
Oh,
once again.
fuck
They've
me.
momentarily
Look
lost
at that.
control because of their focus on the Winston. Baemon, though, doing so much with that
Oh,
pulse
okay,
bomb. Once
there it
again,
is.
a
Oh,
huge
Kai's on
dig
Widow.
onto
It's over.
Keikomi, and Chimera will fall quickly after Kai switches onto the Widow, seeing that Yukino has already swapped the Hanzo.
Rajan trying to go in for the contest there. Isn't alive long enough to build up the Primal Rage, and that's going to mean Great Britain have the cap here. A pick to Maimon might slow things down a little bit, but I mean, you know, this is still starting to spiral out of control.
Damn,
for Italy.
4
They have
minutes
to
and
dig
10
their heels
seconds.
in, draw a line in the sand, and just
Yeah, just don't
definitively
C9.
stop Great Britain.
True.
The snowball was in
Real
full
good.
effect once again. Great
A
Britain.
lot of C9s in
4
Overwatch League?
minutes left after going through hangar phase.
no,
That is an
not so much.
eternity in Watchpoint Gibraltar
Very,
years.
it's
Great
quite
Britain,
rare, actually.
Same thing
Oh,
as
okay,
Italy.
so
Like, they
at
have
least
time
it's
to just build
fun
up
to
to a
see
big
that.
I think it's
fight, take it
just,
with an advantage.
yeah, I think it's just
You know, brute
the
force it
teams
rest of
aren't
the
as
way
like
in.
coordinated and they haven't played together for a long
really
time kind of
trying
deal.
to clear away
Yeah,
Kai
probably.
as
More than
well, who
anything else.
cannot be given free
Oh, big
range
pulse?
over that high ground. Chimera looking for something with the pulse bomb, went fishing, came up empty.
Oh my.
So instead, going to have to back off. Oh, it's a
I'm sorry, but
combination
Ana
of
should not do
Brig.
75
Ana
damage per
just
shot.
cannot escape. Now
What?
without
Two
the
shot
voice
of Tracer?
in
Nah.
play, it's
Ana
going to
should
be
not.
easier
What's wrong
for
with
this
that?
back line.
Nah.
And Backbone also can focus
better
more
movement.
on
You have
getting
3
Yukino
blinks. What?
off of this high
Bro,
ground.
what do you-
Funny Astro
It's an
follows
You have 3
up
blinks
on
and
the
a recall.
information given, and Kai with the
nah, there ain't
recon
no way,
is
bro.
just going to be
How about
able to
Kiriko
fire
then? She does 120
the
damage a
rally
headshot.
allows them
Oh,
to
I mean,
move
that's
forward,
dumb.
though.
Yeah, that's
Kate
silly.
Comey
I'll give you
is
that.
looking
Not
to
that
get
far forward.
Backbone. Okay. Kate Comey is
Honda's
alone
fine.
for
You have to
a
aim.
second, but is quickly joined
Kind
by
of.
Rajon
It's like a
and
sniper.
the bubble to protect.
You get two shot
I
a
mean,
Tracer
a very
halfway across
lucky
the map.
bubble.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're
Rajon
2 shot
Ex
Tracers
Machina
is
just
on
came
it,
in down there to
you're
save
a god.
Takumi.
Against a
I
good
like-
Tracer,
yeah,
there's no
you said
shot
the
you get a
rally makes
single
you
shot
move
on a
forward. You don't
Tracer.
want to move that far forward by yourself.
Why
You
did you
really
look
got
around the
punished for that.
corner? But
I'm dog shit, I
Excellent,
guess.
excellent.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
it does
maybe
help
just
Italy
skilled
build
him.
up to that Dragon Strike as well. They have the Nano, they have the Primal, they can bleed some time out.
Oh, wow.
But Great Britain
That was,
have a lot. Nano goes out on
very
Funny
early
Astro,
Nano,
who has the
Astro.
rally available as well. Yeah, Region, you don't want to take that fight.
Yeah, Funny Astro dishing out the DPS right now, has the rally just in case things go south, but isn't going to need to use it. Still,
I mean, they've burned 2 minutes off the time, though. Like,
They're looking
it's
to
very
engage
winnable.
and try and kite away.
I've been learning how to play
Cannot
Ana.
do so
Tracers
with
focus me every
Backbone
time.
now
Well, yeah,
missing.
Tracers
This
are
is a
supposed to
huge
go for like the
stagger play
back
from
line.
Italy.
You know,
It's
you're the
gonna
back
bleed that
line.
time off the clock
Call for
once
your
again,
other support to
down
help you, or
almost
call
2
for your
minutes.
teammate to help you.
The Nano into Funny Astro does
How
do
much
a good job
damage
of, like,
do you do
deterring
a
the
headshot,
dive,
Jay?
but, like,
I don't know
Great
what you
Britain,
mean
they
by
have to be the
that.
ones to
I'm not gonna
make the
ask what do
early
you mean by
dive.
that.
So, like,
So
they just gave Italy time there. I think I would have preferred to see the Nana go out onto Jikaru, who probably needed a little bit more.
Does he stick this? Does he
Ended up
stick this?
falling. Is forced to prop the Primal
He's-
now.
he's
Just
searching
knocks
for the
Spurs off the
brig.
high ground here. Great Britain have a way in.
Oh! Okay, ambitious.
Yeah, the rally now coming out from
Ah.
Funny Astro as well.
Kill.
It's going to
Yeah,
be
he
the
killed one,
Dragon
right?
Strike to counter and force the
two.
positioning away, but Maymone
Nice.
finding Yukino. Chimera also at the mercy of Great Britain's
Well, this is gift
Tracer,
to
and it's
esports.
going to be Rajon, the next target. The bubble does go down, and he stays alive for a
And that
second longer,
is
but the Tesla
GG.
cannon
Nah,
follows
see,
with
this
the
is
little
why
bit
I
of
said
electricity.
they
Even
shouldn't
though
have
spawn
C9.
rooms are
Oh,
so
but they pushed
close,
the
they
pushed the
have
four.
backbone.